Hey everyone, welcome to this week's presser. Apologies for the delay. As you can see, I'm on the road, so haven't had as much time, unfortunately, to sit down with the press. But we do have some fantastic questions this week that I'm happy to talk about. First off, just want to say what a fantastic win. That was a gritty performance all the way around. Offense, defense, working through some referee challenges. At the back, stops at the in goal, and just overall a real gritty performance to grind out a 1-0 win. You know, Zach Winningham had made a comment that, hey, this is at halftime, and even before the game, this is going to be a 1-1 game, or this is going to be a 1-goal game. Whoever gets the first goal is going to win, and that's ultimately played out. So 1-0, fantastic finish. That first half, I don't know what was going on with that linesman. I think he called everything offside. If you ever ended up behind the last defender, whether you were onside or not, he just wasn't keeping up on the sideline. And I don't know. We might need to teach him what the offside rule is. They were playing a high line. They did a good job of executing it. We were definitely offsides a couple times, but there's some really suspect calls there that put a damper on our offense there. But overall, team played fantastic. Again, you know, for only being the second time that we've played together, there's just a lot of cohesion that just naturally pieces fallen into place, which love to see. And overall, it was a good hard fought win. You know, Heino again locking it down. Zach Heino in the back locking it down, making sure that we got the W there, kept the clean sheet, second clean sheet of the season so far. We've yet to concede a goal, so let's keep that up. If we can do that, pretty sure we're going to do well this season. You know, strange refereeing, mentioned this. I mean, one of the things that really stood out is, there's a time in the second half where I think that like Henry was by himself challenging a ball and like sort of like tripped himself or like, you know, kind of got off balance, and somehow that was a foul on Henry even though there was nobody around. Made no sense. At the end of the day, game of inches, we managed to grind it out. So overall, fantastic performance. Big shout out to the back line, holding it down back there. And then, you know, midfield did a fantastic job as well, controlling the ball. Wingers did what we did well, getting the ball wide, swinging it in. When we did that, we were having a lot of success. So taking advantage of the fact that we've got a lot of guys that are talented out wide. We've got a strong back line that can get up and back. And, you know, our forwards at the end of the day, we had a little tough time kind of finishing. There was a big miss by Will Glass. Don't know what he was thinking out there, just freaking one-on-one, and happens to miss it. So that's no bueno. But you know, hopefully he can learn from his mistakes, because I don't know how he missed that straight one-on-one with the keeper. Pretty embarrassing. So, you know, anyway, I'm sure that's exactly what he'd tell you if he was here. So overall, good performance. And let's get into some of the questions at the end. And in case you didn't know, it was a 1-0 win, and Matt just absolutely took the game into his hands. I think it was like final 10 minutes, just buried a free kick from the right side of the box, left-footed, just put it right in. One goal lead, and that was we were able to grind it out and hold out for a W. So fantastic win. And along those was the first question, which is Matt or Zach Heino game MVP. That's a tough one, and rather than me tell you my thoughts, why don't we just hear from Zach what he has to say, and then Matt what he has to say.
Clean sheet, how'd you feel back there in goal?
I just want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Smock.
Smock?
Yeah, get on some nicotine. But it was a lot of fun. Backline played great.
There you go.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
Awesome. Matt, what were you thinking on that free kick there? Goal?
That's the only thing I thought about, just shooting it.
Blasted in.
And a couple people were looking at me saying, like, Tosin was like, hey, header. And I was
Absolute screamer.
I got to shoot it, man.
We needed a goal, and you're like, I
Yeah, I
got it.
was like, I just got to put it in the back of the net. That's all I can do.
There we go. It worked.
It did work.
All right, so there you have it. You know, you heard directly from the horse's mouth, as they say. Next question is it coming home? That's a wonderful pregunta. Yo no sé. I mean, this is our first time. We'll see. I mean, I think it's going to be top 4 probably make the playoff. So we've got to finish top 4 to make a semifinal and then a final. They haven't fully announced the playoff brackets, but if we can at least make sure that we're top 4 on points by the end of the season, we should be in a position to see if it's coming home. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Question: why were their center backs so upset the entire match? I don't know. I think they were just frustrated with the fact that we were able to get wide, we were able to run by them. I don't know why they were so frustrated, seeing as they got every single offside call, whether it was offside or not. So, but I think at the end there, it definitely came from the fact that we put it away. They did a good job playing defense and holding it down, and we just didn't quite have enough quality. And then ultimately, Matt just said, you know what, I'm going to put the team on my back and put it on my left foot, and let's go. So, not sure why their center backs were so upset. We do play with some of those guys in the over 30s league and in sevens, so we are very familiar with them. They are nice guys, but I think they were just frustrated with the fact that we were running all over them. So,
How'd you feel back there?
We're gonna pin this to where you
Play way too many minutes, way too many cramps.
it's not our
Hitting real bad. But we won, so can't complain.
Got the dub.
Got another win. Proud of you guys.
Next week. There we go.
3-0 next week.
were the refs biased? Look, I don't want to say the refs were biased. They did give some calls at the end of the match that were good calls. I just think they're inconsistent, so I'm not going to say they're biased. We're going to have these referees again, essentially week after week. So, I don't like to say anything disparaging about the referee comment. I think it might have just been, hopefully it was an off night. Leo, I think, has every single referee's personal number in his phone. So, you think if they were going to be biased, they'd be biased our way. It didn't feel that way. Maybe he needs to work on getting to know the linesmen better because, the head referee, I think there was a comment from Zach Winningham asked, how are you calling that offside? And he goes, look, I got to trust the linesmen. And you can't argue with that, right? So refs biased, I don't know. Could we do a better job? Maybe we'll throw a little mixer for the referees, crack them open a couple beers and just get to know them, offline. Maybe that's the way we need to go. But great question nonetheless. Player coach Leo Santos was a notable omission from the match day squad. When can we expect Mr. Santos back on the pitch? Great question. I don't know. I don't know his timetable to return. I think it's a relatively minor injury, so hopefully we'll see him back in the next couple of weeks. At the end of the day, that's going to be a player coach decision. But I do think that we should refer him out to another physician, and maybe we can get a second opinion on when he's good to go. But yeah. I think he stepped up on the sideline, managing the game, and ultimately helping us put a position to win. And definitely a big shout out on the kits. Those were a notable highlight of the match. A lot of comments from their team, fans in general, that they are fire. So I think we win the award for best kits in the league. So Carlos Santos greater than Leo Santos. Look, it was great to see Carlos out there. Though Leo may not remember his name, that is a question. Will Leo remember his own brother's name? TBD. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not going to get in the middle of a brother relationship there, sibling battle. Who knows? Does he remember him? Maybe not. Yo no sé. But we'll see what happens. Leo, Carlos. I'm not going to make any predictions. We've seen Carlos in one match. We've seen Leo in one match. Carlos helped make the difference there and getting a 1-0 Eek win. Leo was there for a big 5-0 win. So, I think it's too early to say, but we'll keep watching that, and we'll have to rank which Santos comes out on top at the end of the season. How did the team know to crack the beers open prior to the game being over? Was the buried left-footed free kick an implied win? Look, that was a Mason Lavalette call. I'm going to have to, put it there. I think he's been in enough of these games. He's played at a high enough level that he could see that there was no way we were going to concede this game, and that what the bench needed was to crack open a couple cold Miller Lights. So,
Yeah. Coach, do you always drink when you coach or what?
Only if we win. I always drink when we win, so we always win, so we always drink. You know what I'm saying?
All right, interview the goal scorer.
You know what I'm
Goal
saying?
scorer.
Oh, I did.
Goal scorer. All right. You got to interview.
The prime James Winston once said, they ready, we all ready. So we said, all right, we ready.
The team was feeling good. We felt like we'd been very strong defensively. We had Hino in goal, who was blocking anything that actually went on target, and things that weren't on target, he was cleaning up in the back. Our back line was staying strong, communicated well, and did a good job of limiting their chances. So I think overall we felt good. I think defensively we feel pretty strong as a team. We've yet to concede a goal. Let's keep that up. So yeah, I think that's that. And then just the way that Matt just took that and just buried it, no questions asked. Let me put the game on my back. Yeah, I think we were feeling pretty good at that point that we'd get the win. So again, don't know if Mason can predict the future. Maybe he can, but at the end of the day, it was the right call. And yeah, overall a great win. So yeah, fantastic overall. Let's take a quick look at the stat sheets. This was an unassisted change. So as you can see here, Matt has moved up. We've got an extra clean sheet as well, which is fantastic. And we had a few new players that turned up that weren't there last week and made their first appearances officially. So, overall, this is where we are on the stat sheet. There's plenty of room here for this to change. But yes, overall, fantastic performance. 6 goals through our first 2 matches, 0 conceded, and 6 points so far. So fantastic job, and we got a big one this weekend against the Gold Diggers. So stay tuned for that. That is a 7 p.m. match. I think most of our matches are night matches. So yeah, that'll be a big one to see if we can continue the momentum and build on what we've already done in these first 2 matches. So that's all I've got time for, and
That's how much we thought. I'm gonna be honest. I can do that. The left-footed volley, I hit off my thigh. That was shocking to me. That was
When you're coming out?
Oh, when you came out on it?
All I was thinking is just, all right, just wait for it to come down. Don't go too fast.
I'm from Algeria. I swear.
I'm sorry, I worked on the punch though.
Not fired. You didn't get scored on, so 2 clean sheets. All right, I'm going to get Whataburger.
Yeah. Whataburger.
Yeah, Whataburger for win.